This is the 100 sub special. Let's fucking go. There's 100 best scientists out there. Or best scientist enjoyers. It only took about 6 months. No big deal. 6 months of eating raw chicken. Time flies when you have a good time. And your tummy's having a good time. So of course we're gonna celebrate with some lamb liver. That's amazing tasting actually. It's frozen. But what can you do? And of course, the big dog that gives you the flies you need to fly in this reality out of the matrix. My fucking Red Bull gives you wings. It has a bull in it. What does that symbol mean? It only gives you eye bags, adrenaline, fatigue, and a bunch of other issues. Raw chicken gives you that pep in your step, boy. It gives you that tiny ass chicken wings, so you can float away from the matrix. But thank you everybody who supports the base science, and thanks everybody who are base scientists yourself. I enjoy your comments always, your opinions, how you see the world. When you're base scientist, you have an open mind. You can dip your raw chicken with some salmon raw, like a king. And see what the fuck happens. That's real good. Real good. Like I said, when you best scientist, you get an open mind. Somehow I'm always open to your ideas. I love the comments. I love the good comments, I love the neutral comments, I love the funny comments, and I love the bad comments also. With full of judgment, full of self-hate, hatred. But you see, it is completely natural to judge people. I do it all the time when I see somebody. You do it all the time when you see somebody. It's completely natural for human beings to judge other people by how they look, how they be, how their energy is, how their vibe is. Everything. And especially if you do some health experiment, I would judge your ass. So obviously you can judge my ass as well. Now how good of a judge you are. You might be retarded at judging people, or you might be the best in the world. I don't know. But I enjoy those comments a lot. Maybe I can learn something from those judgments. But you see, when you're best scientist, you judge yourself in a loving way all the time. I ask myself every single day, is this really good? Is this not good? Is this neutral? What the hell is going on? That's what the experiment is all about. You judge yourself all the time. What's going good? What's going not good? Am I doing better? Am I doing worse? And you go by day. So thank you everybody who's leaving the comments. I don't really care. Like, obviously I care a little bit about the views or that. If I didn't, I wouldn't post these things on the internet. But that's not really the main point. I love the comments. Connecting with my homeboys. with my shit cons, with my fellow best scientist and my MP masses. I love to get those NPCs. They're the most fun to play with them. And I mean, I get it. When you're doing the best sciences, many times it goes way over the head of the masses. People that still blocked into the matrix, real good. And when they see somebody doing something based, something actually interesting, because everything is so freaking boring these days. All these experiments that get millions of views on YouTube. I ate steak for 7 days and this is what happened. What the fuck are you doing? Everybody knows what's gonna happen, you're just gonna feel good. Like there's no excitement there. Maybe for the NPCs there are, because they're so freaking clueless about anything, but like most of these YouTube experiments you can already, just by the title, like say what's gonna happen. And most of these guys that do those experiments, they basically never learn anything, it seems like. And nobody is doing it like that. Like every single day you film it, every single day you get update, every single day you can judge me, how I look, how I speak, what I'm doing. That's the next level of experiments. Every single day. Not this well edited, NPC edited, but edit this like and in the end everything changed, and then a couple months later the same guy does video and all the freaking problems are back. Nothing's changed really. I kinda dislike those videos where everything changed in the end, in 1 month experiment or couple week experiment, and it's just inspirational ending with inspirational music and sun is shining and everything changed, when in reality nothing freaking changed. But that's how they get you. That's that brainwashing in action. Anyway, one negative from the last week was the last liver I ate on the video, maybe a few videos ago. I had that beef liver. That made me kind of feel like a little funky, like I was lagging a little bit in the matrix, so I had to throw it away. That has happened to me twice this year, once in summer and now this, the last one. It tasted pretty good, not as good as some of the previous livers, but not bad also. But it did make me feel funky, maybe like 3 hours later, and it lasted for a little bit, maybe 3 hours, however long it took my body to get the toxicity out I got from the liver. That can happen with organs. That's why when you get it from the news sources you don't eat that much. You kind of test it. But I never had food poisoning or become sick from it. It's just like the feeling like you feel a little bit off. Like normally you're walking straight, but when you eat it you walk like kind of like this. A little bit off, a little bit shaky. but it don't last long. Now you can get food poisoning from anything if the food has, you guessed it, poison in it. That's the biggest thing that's hard to grasp for most people. Let's hit some of the salmon raw. Fresh salmon raw. Amazing food. Yesterday I was having a nice dinner with my family. And we were speaking about food, obviously. And I was talking about blood. And then my parents started to think like, wait a minute, back in when we were kids, like in the 60s and 70s, we used to do a lot of blood dishes, like a whole lot of blood dishes. We used to do these dishes with big heads, big feet. We used to get these whole pigs with this amount of fat, and the fat was the best part. Everybody was eating their fat. We was doing liver recipes very regularly. Like they was kind of just reminiscing, like they are not into this kind of stuff. But they were reminiscing that. Yeah, we used to do a lot of blood, a lot of liver, head, big head, all these kind of dishes. And then I was like, and yeah, and you wonder why everybody's so sick these days. And my mother was like, light bulb switching in her head. It was like, you might be onto something, my son. Because back then, people were strong, resilient. Look at that yellow fat. That fat is extremely yellow. Oh yeah, that's the best kind of fat. But I hate that they cut off the fat. They leave so little fat. Why is that? You know why? They leave so little fat in these cuts. That's why entrecote and ribeyes are some of the best cuts of beef, because you actually get some of the fat. Yeah. But yeah, we have really let the traditions die. Nobody's eating like that, like every normal peasant was eating back in the days. They were butchering their own meat. They were eating every part of the animal, and the animals were probably a whole lot healthier back then. Because there were none of these man-made chemicals that we use these days for farming. Shit was way more beautiful back then, and the people were way more beautiful as well, if they actually got the nutrition. Back then the problem was all these times that people didn't get good quality food. They had to eat oats or something, like potatoes or whatever. Those were famine food. And now everybody just eating those and avoiding this stuff. Which is funny. It's fine. It's fine. That's about it. Thanks again, everybody. Thank you for my haters. Thank you for my best side enjoyers. Thank you for people that's passing by. Maybe this ain't you're being might not be ready for this shit yet. Just come back. Come back, bro, when you feel ready. When the issues are starting to pile up. We're waiting for you here with open arms. But just be careful. Don't fuck with us because these open arms can crush you also. Yeah. Wrap it up. See you on the next one. Bye.